Hi, it's Mark from Mark of the Cyberbeast. Today, we're reviewing yet another part from our newest must-have Tesla. Now, you gotta love the name. And to top it off, James is a sport, always gives you some really cool stickers. Got a sticker just for my wife. And the sticker says, keep calm, buy more Tesla. That is her. She wants to buy more shares, more shares, more shares. Whatever she wants to do, she does. So support Elon, support the team, but beautiful packaging from this. And this is, they call it the Charge Flex. Now this is for really any charger, any Tesla. It is for those people who, for instance, have a beautiful white clean Model 3 like my wife, except they've got this cord they've had for 6 years on the ground in the garage. And look, it's kind of dirty. Leave the word kind of out. This cord is dirty. Look, every garage has dust. I don't care if you have an epoxied floor or not. You're gonna have dirt on the floor, and you pick up this wire and your hand's gonna get dirty. Now, sure, you can wrap it around when you're not using it, but when you go to charge it, you're gonna have to leave it on the floor and it's going to get dirty after time. So, the really cool thing about this, there's actually a couple cool things about it. I'm not gonna lie, there's more than one cool thing. All right, so it doesn't matter what charger you have, okay, because he gives you 3 different sizes that will fit onto your cable. Now, I went ahead, because of the 3, there's a smaller one for the mobile connector, there's kind of a medium size right here, and then there's the large size right here. They give you 3 of them. James is good, he gives you 1 extra with each time. In our last episode with our hammer time, I dropped one of the screws and the nuts, and of course he gave us another one, so I was good to go. So I've already opened this up, and I've replaced the smaller ones with the bigger one. Now, the way this works actually is kind of goes like this, and you've got this bungee cord that's going to attach to the cable closer to the charger, and a retractable one closer towards the part that goes into your vehicle. And then you're going to have this that will mount, and if you look closely here, this will unscrew like a V. And then this goes in here like that, and you will go ahead and re-tighten it. Now, I'm just gonna put this here for now. What you wanna do is kind of experiment where you're gonna put this for it to work best. Now, I'm adverse to drilling in the ceiling because you do wanna find a stud. So what I'd like to see if we can do, and this is gonna involve some testing, if I can utilize the metal from the garage door opener, okay? If I can, I will get a bolt and a nut, feed it through there. Actually, I probably don't even need to do that. I can probably, Mark, think about this. I can go ahead and use this and drop it in one of those holes, provided the length works, and I think it will. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my trusty ladder, don my glasses, and have my wife film me without falling over. So here we go. Okay, so I got my ladder, and this might be a good idea for you guys if you have a garage door opener kind of near your charger. So what I'm gonna do, now I'm not gonna go permanent with this yet. I'm gonna put this in place, kind of see if it works. Now, this goes over towards that side, and this goes over towards here. So I'm going to first go down here. I'm going to loosen. This is an Allen bolt and nut. Take this off of here. And this is going to go, and we're just going to hand tighten this just because we want to find out what the best place is to keep this off the ground. Put that there for now. We'll move it around and adjust it. Now, what we're probably going to do, we want to give this a little bit of slack. This may actually be perfect. We want to straighten that out though. I'll do that in just a minute. All right, now what I want to do first before we go any further is make sure this isn't, let's see. Oh, that'll work. Okay, so we haven't tightened it yet, but I've got some extra slack here. So what I'll do, keep it up off the floor so it stays clean. Now let's see how this works. Okay, so it's going to hang down more based upon the weight. So we want to adjust it so as long as it stays off the floor, but also we want it out of the way so you don't hit it. So I'm wondering if it would be better on the other support. So let's give that a shot. Let's move that over and let's see how that works. All right, so what I want to do is just see how it looks and acts on this other support. This way it'll be a little further out of the way. Now sometimes when my wife pulls in the garage, it goes the other way. So we want to make sure this will reach over to the other side so that works for both sides. And then once we get this configured, we're going to clean this thing. So let's first plug it in. Okay, so that, now I think my wife said she wants more play here. So we're going to pull this through a little bit more. What do you think, dear? More?
I wouldn't want it wrapped around, so let's unwrap it.
But I think it'll still be on the... All right. So what my wife says, and she's smart, so I listen to her. And I'm smart because I listen to her. Now, by doing it this way, that's all off the ground.
And I would want more slack. I want it that farther away from them.
Now, theoretically, I can leave it like this and won't touch the ground, but you do kind of want it out of the way. So I can plug it in like this. I could also, if I wanted to, slide it over there and put it out of the way that way. Now, if she comes in the garage the other side, which she does,
all the more reason to have more length here.
okay. So she wants me to have a little bit more length through here.
A lot more comfy.
Well, I don't want to hit the floor though.
Sure, why not? It'll never be on the floor. I will never put it on the floor.
Okay. She says she will never put it on the floor. Okay, so my wife and I, we're two smart people. We try to figure out the best place to put both of these support straps. And with your installation in your garage, it's going to be very different for yours as well. It's just trial and error. And honestly, this didn't take but about 2 or 3 minutes. I had you on pause. So what I decided for here, and I haven't fully tightened it yet, is to keep it right around here. For this one, so probably about 1/3 and 1/3. Nah, not even. Oh, maybe 1/3 and 1/3. Because this way, this is what my wife's concern was. If she comes in the garage the other way, is having the wire on top of the vehicle. And I think by plugging it in back here, it's going to be just high enough where it's not going to drag on top of the car. And we plug it in back here on the side. One thing we did notice is you will, no matter which way you go, you're kind of going to cross your charger here. So it's going to be a little goofy, but not a big deal. Now, my wife, she swears when she's not charging, she's going to plug this right into here. So this is what it's going to look like, okay? Now, I know the first time or two she comes into the garage, if this becomes an issue, she knows she can just grab this and pull over to the side like that, out of the way. But honestly, this is effing cool, okay? I love this. Okay, the other thing too, my wife wanted to point out, our side view mirror obviously is bent in because we're parked, but if it's out, you just want to be careful you don't grab this. So if you don't have this out of the way, there's a possibility you might grab it. So having this just, you know, over here like this is further enough out of the way where it shouldn't be an issue. Okay, so as long, and again, you don't even have to wrap it around this, you just want this out of the way. So however way you decide to do it, I think just to play it safe, just so you don't catch it, I think it's a good way to do it. But again, this keeps everything off the ground. These are my hands from that cord from 6 years of being on this ground in the garage. And, you know, and we sweep the garage once a month, but there's just gonna be dust in here. This is gonna be so cool. So what I think we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and tighten these up more than just hand tight. We're gonna go all the way through. I'll get my Allen wrench and we'll give it a nice tighten. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our cleaner, probably the lightning cleaner I use on the interior of the Cybertruck, which I just cleaned today. And I'm gonna wipe down this cord, and we're not gonna have a dirty cord ever again. I don't recall the exact price. I wanna say ballpark it was 75 bucks. Guys, if you have something like this in your garage and you don't get it, you're a fool. This is a no-brainer, okay? Probably the most practical accessory for your actually not your Cybertruck, your Tesla, your Ford Lightning, your Chevy Bolt, anything EV, this is probably the #1 accessory you're ever gonna get because it's gonna keep your wire clean from here on out. So I love it. musthavetesla.com. Go ahead and get you one of these. Super easy install. No matter what wire size you got, he's got you set up. Honestly, I love it. Folks, no brainer. Down below, we're gonna have the links. Go ahead and buy it up. It's all yours. And we'll see you again tomorrow. But before we go, you know what I want you to do? I want you to tell your friends. I want you to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow.